Hello and welcome to Daily English Stories and Podcasts. I'm glad you are here today and ready to relax and learn English naturally with me. This channel is a quiet place where you can slow down, take a deep breath, and enjoy simple daily stories without pressure. One rainy afternoon, something very small happened to me, but that moment stayed in my mind much longer than I expected. It was not an important event or a big problem, but it was the day I lost my umbrella. That morning, the sky looked dark and heavy. Gray clouds moved slowly, and the air felt cold and quiet around my house. Even before leaving home, I knew it would rain soon, so I stood near the door for a moment and looked outside carefully. Then I reached for my umbrella, opened it slightly, and felt a familiar comfort in my hand. The umbrella was not new or beautiful, but it was strong, simple, and reliable, and I had used it many times before, because it had protected me on many rainy days. I trusted it without thinking too much. I left my house and walked slowly down the street, where the road looked wet and the air smelled fresh. People around me moved faster than usual, some already holding umbrellas, others checking the sky nervously. That afternoon, I had a few simple plans. First, buying groceries near my home, then stopping at a cafe near the bus stop. When I arrived at the small shop, the rain had not started yet, so everything felt calm and normal. I bought what I needed, placed everything into my bag, and as I stepped outside, light raindrops touched my face. By the time I reached the cafe, the rain grew stronger, and the sound of water filled the street completely. Cars moved slowly, people walked quickly, and some even started running to stay dry. Inside the cafe, I felt warm and safe immediately, and the smell of coffee felt comforting and familiar. Soft music played quietly in the background as I ordered a cup of coffee and waited near the window. While waiting, I watched people passing by outside under colorful umbrellas moving through the rain. Some umbrellas were large and strong, others looked small, old, or even broken by the wind. Watching the rain fall made me feel calm, quiet, and thoughtful inside. When my coffee was ready, I picked it up carefully, opened my umbrella, and stepped back into the rain. Although the rain was heavy, I felt protected as I walked slowly toward the nearby bus stop. After a few minutes, the bus arrived through the rain, and I got on quickly to avoid getting wet. The bus was crowded and very quiet, filled with tired faces and silent thoughts. I stood near the door, holding my coffee in one hand and my umbrella in the other. The bus moved slowly through rainy streets, while soft rain tapped against the windows. As I stood there, my mind began to wander, thinking about my day, my work, and my home. Rain has always made me feel calm, reflective, and slightly quiet inside. After a short ride, the bus stopped near my house and I got off with a few other passengers. At that exact moment, the rain suddenly stopped, leaving the street clean and fresh. The sky was still gray, but the air felt lighter, and everything seemed strangely peaceful. I walked forward a few steps without thinking much, enjoying the quiet after the rain. Then suddenly, something felt strange in my hand, and I stopped walking immediately. I looked down quickly and realized my umbrella was missing. I turned around and saw the bus doors closing as the bus slowly moved away. At that moment, everything became clear to me. I had left my umbrella on the bus. I stood there quietly, watching the bus disappear down the street. For a few seconds, I could not move, feeling annoyed with myself for being careless. I thought about running after the bus, but I knew it was already too late. So I sighed softly and continued walking home without my umbrella. When I arrived home, I placed my bag down and sat quietly for a moment. It was only an umbrella, but I felt a little sad and disappointed. That umbrella had been with me through many rainy days, protecting me from rain and wind. Losing it felt stranger and more emotional than I expected. That evening, rain started falling again outside my window, and I listened quietly. I wondered where my umbrella was now and who might find it. The next morning, it was still raining heavily, and I needed to go out again. Without my umbrella, I wore an old raincoat and felt uncomfortable and cold. Rain touched my face, the wind felt sharp, and I missed my umbrella deeply. All day, that small loss stayed in my mind more than I wanted. In the afternoon, I made a quiet decision to return to the bus station. I did not expect much, but I felt I needed to try. At the station, I walked slowly to the information desk and spoke to a calm man. I explained my situation carefully and described my umbrella in detail. He listened quietly, then bent down and looked under the counter. After a moment, he stood up, holding an umbrella in his hand. My heart started beating faster as he placed it on the counter. It was my umbrella, without any doubt. I felt surprised, relieved, and happy, all at the same time. I thanked him many times, and he smiled kindly at me. He said someone had found the umbrella and returned it. That simple explanation stayed with me deeply. Many people lose things every day, but some people choose kindness. That thought made me feel warm and grateful inside. I left the station holding my umbrella again, while soft rain fell around me. Everything looked the same outside, but my feelings were completely different. As I walked home, my heart felt lighter, calmer, and more peaceful. Not because I found my umbrella, but because I felt kindness again. That day reminded me to be more careful, more present, and more patient. It also reminded me that kindness still exists in simple daily moments. Even on busy streets and rainy afternoons, quiet kindness is still there. Thank you for listening to Daily English Stories and Podcasts. If you enjoyed this story, please follow the channel and come back tomorrow. One gentle story a day can help your English grow slowly and naturally. I look forward to seeing you in the next episode.